All right, what's going on? I'm doing a video. I just started to unbox this. This is a lens lot that I got from Goodwill. 58 lenses total. Price was $270 after shipping and tax and all that. Started to use my Olympus, but all my batteries died. So this is what I've unloaded so far. We have a Minolta 50mm f1.7 MD mount. This thing sells for about $35, so it's in good condition. They're looking at the lot. There wasn't a bunch of information. The shots were like far away, so you couldn't really tell. I knew there was a lot of teleconverters in there, so these are like $10, $12 pop. I did also get this Minolta what's not really worth a lot, but it's the Alpha mount, so it does work on old Sony DSLRs, not mirrorless, but I could sell this for about 15-20 bucks. What do we got here? It is a Canon 35 to 70 f3.5 to f4.5. It's a kit lens of some kind, and then hold it up. Yeah, it looks clear, but I mean it's a little dirty on the side. I'll have to clean it up and make sure it works. But this one I'll probably just adapt to for a mirrorless. Throw an adapter on there and sell it for like 40 bucks. By itself, it's probably only $20. So what else we got here? f2.8. What we got? Let's take the filter off and see what it is. Calimar 50mm f2.8. It's an MD mount. Well, it says MD, so you know, but if you don't know, Minolta has this little notch out here on one of the flanges right there, so you can see that. There's a third-party lens, of course, Calimar. They make them for all different, make them for Pentax and Canon as well, and probably Nikon. Look at that. An old, oh yeah, this is for 4/3, not micro 4/3, but 4/3. So you can adapt this to work on your micro 4/3 if you would like. But this lens, oftentimes people list it on eBay, and I made this mistake once. I bought one because it was 4/3, not micro 4/3, and I just bought the adapter and adapted it to my micro 4/3 camera. But this one's 40 to 150. There, in any of the E-Volt cameras would be using this. I think that's right? E-Volt, yeah. So, I don't know what this sells for actually. Some probably $25, $30 maybe. What else we got here? Ooh, nice one. Look at this. Pentax 28mm f2.8-M. This one's really good because this one, I've already got a copy of this one, so I'm going to compare it to the one I have and see if this one is a little bit nicer. These sell for close to $50, so this one's a good find here. Worthless little auxiliary lens. I'll just put them in a big lot. Here's another MD mount, Minolta f2. We're looking at 20 bucks here. I'll probably just put an adapter on it and sell it on eBay that way and get 40 bucks or so. More auxiliary lenses that are worthless. A couple of teleconverters, and here we go. We got Sears. Sears, actually, some of their lenses are actually pretty good. I mean, they're made by Sears contracted somebody else to make the lenses. They just slap their name on the front of them. But this is, let me see here. This is a Pentax mount. This is not one of their better Sears lenses, but it is all right. Probably just adapt this. But selling it by itself, it's probably $20. Another Minolta lens. I could go over that, 20 bucks. Nikon, you can always tell Nikon by these little pins because they stick out here on the side. What is it? What we got here? Something to 200, 55 to 200. It's actually not too bad of a lens. I can't remember how much these are. 40 bucks or more. I'll have to research this. And it does, let me hold it up. It's a little dirty. I'll have to clean it up, but Looks like it's good. More of those crap. Oh, here's a nice one. Hey, I've started a collection. I don't have one of these in my collection, and I've had several of these in the past, and this probably won't be going in my collection because I think the thing, it's got a, there, doing something crazy here. All right, usually the hood comes out, but I'll have to investigate that. But this is actually a really nice lens, a 35 to f2.5 Tacumar K-mount for Pentax. It's good there. It's just the lens hood. This lens hood usually pops out. So I don't know what's going on there. It sounded like there might be some sand or something in there. So I have to investigate that a little bit more. Let me hold it up to the light. The hood not popping out isn't that big a deal. And it does look fairly clean through there. I'll have to look at it a little bit more. And what we got here? We got another MD mount, Minolta. Looks like Metacon. So if you've looked at like B&H and stuff, Metacon they've made over the past couple of years, they've started making some new lenses, or maybe somebody just took their name over. So they've got some lenses for Pentax and other brands that they've started making, but this one is obviously back from the early 70s or early 80s, somewhere in there. But nice lens. I've used these before on my Pentax systems, and they worked really good. It's not a super crappy name brand. So, Teleconverter, more auxiliary lenses. Hadn't made my money back yet. I'm getting nervous. More of these. More of these. More of these. Let's find the lens in here. There we go. Oh, Ezekiel. Olympus. 50mm f1.8. Let's see if the aperture works. On these Olympuses, the aperture ring is up at the top. So, yep, it's snappy. And this is all damaged, so that is not a good thing. But I could probably sell this for parts and still get 15, maybe a little bit more out of it. That ring is just bent all to hell. I don't know if that happened in shipping since they didn't really package this up well. But, and this one, you see here, I just take some pliers and bend the aperture lever back there, and it should be all right. But this isn't a spectacular lens by any means, but it is Promaster. So some people, when they search by brand names, they might look for a Promaster. So this might sell okay if it's clear. Let me see. Yeah, I hadn't come across one that's like filthy inside or anything like that. So works pretty good. And this is what mount is this? Pentax K mount. I just gotta fix that lever. Won't be too hard. This is like $20 lens, maybe 25. I'm probably adapt it. And we got a prime lens here, a Sears one. So this is one of the ones that's pretty good. Yeah. So I like this lens a lot. If you're looking for a cheap lens that you could get, this Sears model 135 f2.8. It's kind of like a portrait lens. This one is really good. It's got this cool feature up here at the top. When you focus it in, you could flip it over to a macro mode. It's not really macro mode. It just helps you get the focus in, or your closest focusing distance a little bit more. So you could click it into that if you want. It's kind of a cool feature. And this is really solidly made. It's a pretty good lens, and the image quality is pretty good on it. So if you're looking for a budget lens, I would recommend this one. You can get it for around 20-25 bucks. Step there, and this one's probably, yeah, this one's Pentax as well. So, ooh, a Sony lens. Hey, this one's a good one. I have to look at comps to this. I hadn't sold this one in a while. I'm thinking this is for Sony DSLR, not their mirrorless camera. So this one works. Everything works good. I'm thinking it's around 50 bucks, maybe possibly more. So that's a real solid find in here. What else we got? Again, a Nikon. And it's a Nikon 70-210 f4 f5.6. This is 40-50 bucks at least. I have to do some comps on it. Push-pull zoom. Look there. It looks clean. I'll have to investigate further. But that one's a solid. We're getting up there. I think we're getting close to making our money back. But we're over halfway done. So let's see if we make it. All these, I guess if I add all those teleconverters for $10 a piece, I could get another one of these Sears ones that I was telling you about. Exact same. And this one is also in, yeah. So this makes it easy to list. So when you get two of the same lenses like that, you've already got it typed up. So you could just do it again. Just take the pictures of the other lens, and you already have everything typed up if they're in the exact same condition and everything. So cool. This one is actually says KR instead of PK. And there's a Ricoh pin. A lot of people get afraid of it, but I've never had a problem with it. Oh yeah, so this one has the yeah. So this one is all manual. There's not an automatic mode. So this one has the pins. If you can see there, no pins, and then this has these pins. There's this pin. I think it's this one that people think it gets stuck. This one will be fine. I'll try it out on my camera just before I sell it, but it should work fine on, and to get it in the automatic mode, you just put, boom, like that, push that button, push it over, and you should have control of the aperture on, say, your K70. So another solid find there. What we got here? Another Nikon. We got quite a bit of Nikon in here. This is a Quantaray, which is not a very good brand, but they still sell, and this is actually a pretty good focal range that people might be looking for. A 35 to 135, f4 to f5.6. There's a little something on the lens there. Let me see. Hold it up just for a second. Looks clear. I hadn't had any that looked really dirty. I mean, I need to investigate a little further, but this is a solid lens. 35, maybe 40 bucks off that. I think I hadn't had it all up, but I know I'm past the 270 now, just with everything in there. So I would, or right at it. So I'm thinking everything else in this box is profit. Another Nikon lens, 28 to 105. Another nice focal range that people will be looking for. It's not the standard kit size. It's a little bit different, and it covers a wide range there. This is Tamron, and 35, 40 bucks on this one as well. This one, that is, oh, when it goes up like that, when there's a little notch, that's actually, that's Canon. So this is a Canon lens, for Canon, 28 to 80 Sigma lens. This one isn't extremely valued, but this is the EF mount, and this one, it kind of looks similar to the, where's that, kind of looks similar to, I can't find it. Oh, it kind of looks similar to the Minolta mount, so a lot of people get them confused. Whoops. Well, this one's not a good example, but they both have those pins, and a lot of times they'll look the same. The only difference is you'll kind of see this ridge come up, and that's why you know it's a Canon EF mount. Now, this is one of my favorite lenses because it has this little macro mode that it goes into at 80, and they make this for like for all the autofocus cameras back in the 80s, early 90s, the Canons, the Nikons, the Pentax. So you could get for whatever system you're wanting, and it's a pretty sharp lens since you can get it for $40 or sometimes less. And that macro mode goes into 1 to 2 macro mode at 80, and I've taken some really good pictures with this, so I recommend this lens. I'll probably put it this one, I'll try 40, and if it doesn't sell, I'll lower the price a little bit. And then that said, here's another Canon. See, same thing, it has that little lip up there just above the pins. So this is just one of their standard kit lenses. I get 35 bucks on it. You want to look on here on the flanges, because a lot of times they're broken if it's really worn out because it's plasticky. But this one looks all right. I'll put it on a Canon camera I have and just test it out. I think it said 35, somewhere around there on that. What we got here, Another 50 f1.7, and this one is the first one that is broken really bad. See, it's locked up. I can't move the focus. Maybe if I try to clean it up a little bit. It's just kind of stuck there because it probably hasn't been used in a while. But I have a feeling this one's going to be bad. Let's see if it's clear. I see a little bit of haze in there as well, and that screw's rusted. So this one might be in my junk lot. I sell junk lots. When I get a bunch of them, I'll just sell them a lot as for parts or repair. Another teleconverter. This bad beast. What is this? I'll put this on there. Somebody will buy it. It's got a Nikon name on it, but it's one of those auxiliary lenses. You see that? Ooh, look through there. Kind of cool. All right. What we got? We got about 10, 15, or 10, 12 more, something like that. What we got? A 35 f2.8. And this is Focal. Focal is one of the crappiest brands out there. This is like, they sell these at Kmart, so try to stay away from them. I mean, I've had some that they work okay, but it's just not. There's several other out there that are a lot better. This one has the notch, so this is MD as well. It's from Minolta, but it's clear, so it will sell. $20, maybe a little bit more. Oh, best lens today. And crap, man, it's another Olympus, but look, the mount there right above it is all torn up. That sucks. This would have been like a $60 or plus lens. This is 24 f2.8. Maybe somebody will want to repair it. Still get some money off of it. Man. Yeah, it's kind of jacked up. Crap. Anyway, somebody will buy that one because that's a good lens. I'll sell it for parts and repair, and just describe it right in the description, and that will still sell. I bet you I'll get $30 off of, even in the condition it is. Another Canon lens. This comes off their digital series, 18 to 55 EFS, and it's got image stabilization. This would be on, like, say, your T2i or something back in the day. There's a little close up. I haven't sold one of these in a while. I think it's around $40, $45, somewhere in there. Somebody buys a camera or body without a lens, they'll be looking for one of those. Shinar, like the elf stones of Shinar. Been watching that lately, enjoying that on Netflix. But this is Canon FD mount. You see there? I'll have to straighten that up. But 80 to 205 f4.5. I've got plenty of FD adapters for mirrorless, so I'll probably just do that with this. If I sold it by itself, $20. With an adapter, $10 adapter, I'll get 40 out of it, so get a little bit more money off of it. Maybe more. This one looks like it has fungus on the front. I can't tell. Is it back in there? Oh, this one just looks bad. I don't know if this one's worked. It's so dirty and dusty. It kind of looks clean, but I'll have to investigate it more. Poso? I've never heard of that one. That's the first. That's a fun thing about going through these boxes. You always find something that you hadn't come across that name brand before, and you can research it or whatnot. Posso. It is 80 to 205 f3.8. Wicca. All right, and it's MD mount, so we'll see if it cleans up, and we'll investigate that name brand because I've never heard of it. Promaster 8200 f4.5, and we've got 2 pins here, and I'm thinking this would be, make sure on this, Yashica. Oh, OM. I didn't see the pins there on the side. Yashica also has, or contacts, whatever, has 2 pins like that. So yeah, so this is OM Olympus mount. So this one price $25. I'm gonna give it. since it is a Promaster and it's not. Ooh, this one's big and this one feels good. Solid, very solid lens. I'm gonna try and make a guess there. This is a pen, or not, I'm gonna say this is a Vivitar. Nope. Oh, I got it wrong. I was gonna say Pentax and I was like, no, kind of like that. Look at this one, the nice one though. Look at that. 85 to 210 f3.5. Oh, that's like super loose. That's not good. I'll have to test this out. I'll just put it on my K70 and give it a whirl, or K1 and give it a whirl. It's super multi-coated Pentax. I have to look at reviews on this one. I have not used this one. 85 to 210 f3.5. If it works at all. Some of these, this one's, God, that focus is just crappy. I don't see it. I'll have to see if this actually works. But it seems solid besides that crap right there. I'll give it a shot. Let you know about this one. If it's cool, I'll do a review on it. If not, I don't know what I'll do. This one's all messy as well. But we're doing good now. I think I hadn't added it all up, but I think we're close to the $400 range. So, what we got? MD mount. A lot of MDs in here. Minolta. And it's got a little stuff, but that's on the outside. No, this one's bad as well. I could tell looking at there's like some bad internal haze. So another one takes the fall and goes into the junk lot. And these almost always have fungus or something in them, but it's got it on the outside. Yeah, it's got it on the inside too. These are like 500 millimeters. This one's 400 millimeter f6.3. These things are not very sharp, but they're either 400 or 500 millimeters. They look like this, like a big telescope type deal. And most of the time they have, if they're old like this, they'll have fungus or something in there. So, and there's not too many elements. You could probably clean it up if you wanted to, but they're not worth too much. So, junk lot right there. Come on, let's get. We've got like 4 more. Let's get something that's still in here. The Sears model F4 80 to 200 Pentax mount. Looks clear. The aperture seems like it's working. Oh, another thing. Let me show if I can do this. So a lot of these have this, and it's macro mode. It's kind of hard to turn it into that mode. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. So you turn it that way, and it goes kind of like similar to that Sigma that I've seen that I was showing you before. So it just turns into that mode instead of having a switch. So you'll turn it into the regular mode. And let's see if the yeah, and like I said, it's not a true macro, so it's a 1:5 ratio, 1:6 ratio there. So but these are fun lenses to play with if you hadn't used one of these before. It's like $20, $25. Okay, a couple more of those crappy auxiliary lenses. A teleconverter, $10, $12, somewhere in there. Oh, might be something nice. Yes, another Olympus 200 f4 prime lens. There's like some stuff on the front of it. Is that clean? Hold it up just for a second. It looks fairly clean. Let's see if it's all marred up or anything. No, seems fine. Let's see if the aperture works. Put it into f32. Hey, one of our first Olympuses that's actually working, and I think that's just on the outside. I think I'll be able to clean this up nice. And I think this one was like $40, maybe possibly more. Last two. Here we go. Soligor, which is I like that brand. They make some good stuff. It does have some fungus on the or dust and fungus on the outside. Oh, I see a big black dark spot in there. This one is junk. It's OM, but there's like a serious, I don't know if you can see that. There's a serious dark spot in there of fungus, black fungus. I need to make sure and wash my hands after this. So this one goes in my junk lot, and I'll got probably enough out of this box to go back and sell a complete junk lot. Let's see here. We got a Sigma lens. These old Sigma lenses with this kind of thing are notorious for having fungus in them. Let's see if this one does. This one is actually clear. More often than not, the Sigmas will have fungus in them. So this one isn't anything cool. It's just a 70-210 f4.5, and we've got this is Nikon because it's got the little notches there. So that is the end. And you can see it for Nikon. But these little, we see these. It's kind of a giveaway. It's the was that AI, whatever. I'm not a big Nikon guy, but I can recognize it when I see it. Yeah, so 20, maybe 25 possibly off that, and that is it. Thanks for watching. That is a lot of lenses that I'm gonna have to go through and post, but I'm at least gonna make, after fees and everything, at least make $100, probably close to 150. It's good to buy some of these big lots, and if you get the lenses for $10 or less, if you average it out, it would be a good buy for you to resell if you're thinking about reselling. Plus, they're a lot of fun to go through. You get to test them out yourself. So there's some stuff like that Poso lens that I need to research because I know nothing about that name brand. So anyway, oh, and here is a star filter. Can we do this? Oh, is it gonna get some stars? Whoa! Sorry, are we seeing stars up there? Okay, I'll end it on that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.